Hello, this is Jacob with Garcia Roofing. Just want to do a short video of how our process works and how we stack up against our competitor. First, go over the types of shingles we use. We like to use Owens Corning shingles. They have two different brands, two different models, the Oak Ridge and the Duration. The difference in the two is this fabric nail strip. So with shingles, your first line of defense is going to be your sealant strip down here at the bottom. That's what's going to protect you against wind up to 15 to 18 years, but over time that sealant strip will get slightly worn down, and lesser winds will be able to lift that. So that's what this shingle does here, the Duration. Once we start having those hurricanes and stuff like that at year 15, 18, if that sealant strip is lifted, this fabric nail strip gives you an extra layer of protection. It takes about 160 something pounds of pressure to pull this off the roof versus a standard architectural shingle, which is a great shingle too. It only takes around 50 pounds of pressure. So typically roofs down here in the south, they only last 18 to 25 years, but folks down here really close to the coast, you're probably going to see more performance from this shingle because it's going to put up a harder fight against the hurricanes we have once that does happen. So not much difference in cost in these two. On the average roof, it's between $500 and $800 in difference in cost, but I would highly suggest going with the architectural or with the Duration shingle, especially if you already have architectural shingle and your insurance company is paying for that. We can get you set up on this one. We'll get your insurance company to pay our costs. The only thing you'll have to worry about paying is your insurance deductible. And that's the shingles that we use. We have them no matter which brand you pick. We can get them in all of these colors. We have the brown wood, we have the driftwood, we have the desert tan, we got the estate gray. That is going to be one of our lighter grays. The next one is a lot lighter, so that one's pretty, it does get stained up over time, so I try to keep people to stay away from that one. It does look beautiful out on a home by itself, but it does kind of stand out when you're in a neighborhood, so not a lot of people have that color. Onyx black, that's going to be our darkest black. Brownwood again, I have that one in the front, but that's the Oak Ridge. This is the Duration. And then teak, this is one of the more popular colors here. It's one of my favorite colors. I love this color absolutely right here. But another thing is we're going to use synthetic felt, which separates us from the competition. A lot of our competition, they do not use this type of material. They use the 15-pound felt, which is this here. This stuff really should be something of the past because it's just no good. Like, it tears with minimal resistance. Like, you can just tear this stuff to pieces. Versus this has a 15-pound tear strength, versus the synthetic felt has a 90-pound tear strength. This stuff is tough as can be. And if you do have a blow off 18, 20 years from now, it's going to protect you longer than that asphalt felt. A lot of times when you have hurricanes, that asphalt felt comes off with the shingles versus this stuff is going to stay tacked down. Another thing is, anywhere there's a pipe boot coming through the roof, all of those pipe boots will be replaced. All the accessories on the roof will be replaced within my estimates. And this peel and stick membrane, the back of it peels off and it sticks to the roof. This is a rubberized membrane. When this stuff is hot, it sticks down and doesn't like to come off of whatever you stick it to. So it's going to protect you in those high water exposure areas. It's going to go in your valleys too and along any flashing that you have in your roof, and keep it protected there. We're going to use 6 nails per shingle versus a lot of the competition's only using 4 nails per shingle. That makes a big difference in wind resistance, so definitely important that we're doing that. We're going to use a peel and stick starter around the entire perimeter. And what that's going to do is it goes around the edge of the roof, and it has a sealant strip down at the bottom that keeps that shingle stuck down to the edge. The shingle already has a sealant strip down there, but it's like a double layer protection there because that is one of the most wind susceptible areas of the roof. So that we're going to go that extra mile to make sure you're protected there. And that's pretty much it with the roofing process here. We make sure that all the accessories are replaced, no stone is left unturned. We're more of an exceptional construction company versus competitive. A lot of guys out there are trying to do the cheapest things they can do. They're using flipping shingles over and using them for starter. They're using 15-pound felt, which is the cheap junky stuff, and then they're using cheap shingles like Tamco shingles and stuff like that. These shingles are one of the more expensive on the market, but the reality of the situation is the difference between a Tamco shingle and a Owens Corning shingle is only a few dollars a square. And this is a decision that you're going to be stuck with for the next 18 to 25 years. If you get Tamco, it might not last but 15 years. But these shingles, they're going to perform in this market. We believe in them. I absolutely love that we sell these shingles because they're my favorite as well. And they have some very pretty color palettes too. So just a brief explanation of what we got going on.